the force will be...
Anong kailangan kong gawin?
What's up mga katropa dyan? This is your bro, Marshkin! So if you watch this video, you're in luck. Physics, right? So, let's get on. For this video, let's talk about the laws of motion, which is the first law, the second law, and third law, generally created by Isaac Newton. So let's start this discussion. So isa lang sasabihin ko, let's go!
First of all, I want you to know who was the person who really discovered the three law of motion. So the person who was really discovered the three law of motion is no like the other than in this world is the genius Sir Isaac Newton, where he also known as a natural philosopher.
Sir Isaac Newton is an English physicist and mathematician which formulated the Newton's laws of motion in relation between the forces acting on the body and the motion of the body. In the first law, known as the law of inertia, if an object is at rest or moving at a constant speed in a straight line, it will remain at rest or keep moving in a straight line at a constant speed unless it is acted upon by a force. So, for example,
So I roll the ball onto the floor. So meaning the floor has the natural tendency to be called friction. Friction is an unbalanced force. So which is why this floor has a natural tendency to be called friction. Since external and an unbalanced force, object stays where they are.
Another example, in a volleyball at the highest arc, imagine you make a server's toss. That moment when the ball is nearly motionless, it will be either fall straight down due to the force of gravity or across the net from the force of gravity.
So this is an example of law of inertia. So let's get started.
It was at this moment that he knew.
so the next law is the second law, known as the laws of acceleration. The acceleration of an object is equal to the net force acting on it, meaning the mass is multiplied, the acceleration is equal to force. This equation for acceleration can be used to calculate the acceleration of an object. For example,
This serving tray contained 6 plates, and when I started to push with it into forward and right side, this will be result into higher force and acceleration because the serving tray contained a lighter mass that this moved fast because mass is not many and not heavy by it. And if the plate will be added into 6 plates, and this will be a total of 12 plates on the serving tray. And on this, if I try to push the serving tray on the right side, this will be result to a slower of forces and acceleration because the serving tray was contain an heavier mass because of the 12 plates.
if I hit the ball lesser, of course the amount of force will become lesser. So, if I hit the ball harder, of course the amount of force will become greater.
Another example of the laws of acceleration. Watch this. A spiked volleyball creates a net external force that stings your hand when you stop it, meaning an external force acting on the object and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. So this is an example of the law of acceleration.
Lastly, the third law, known as the law of interaction, stating that each action brings an equal of an opposite reaction forces are either pushes or pulls, results that from the interaction between objects. For example,
As example, I walk to the right direction, and my movement of my foot was described as action because my foot pushes down and acts an backward way. The reaction is where the floor pushes up from the movement and forward by it.
so this object is a ball.
何お前はもう死んでいる。
So when I do this, so the ball went downward because of gravity. So this is also an example of law of interaction.
So, you're asking me why am I sitting on a chair? So you're in luck. So what am I doing here right now is an example of the law of interaction. You know why? That's because the forces of acting on your balance. Meaning when you sit on a chair, the forces of gravity pulling you down against your chair is by the force of the chair pushing up against you.
So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you all learned this discussion of laws of motion. So you already know about the first is the second law and the third law of motion. Meaning the first is the law.
Anong kailangan kong gawin?
First is the law of inertia. The second law is the law of acceleration. And the third law is the law of interaction. So, generally proposed by Sir Isaac Newton. So, I hope you can learn all this discussion, guys. So, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and click the notification bell for more updates and for more upcoming videos. Oh, henceforth, share to your friends so you really want to know all about the laws of motion. So this is all for now. So this is Marsh Kid, and that's all for today. Bye!